Do you remember your first savings challenge? I got to thinking about this, and I remember the first challenge I've ever done was the 52-week savings challenge. And I used an app. The app was called 52 Weeks, but it was such a cool app because it tracked how much you needed to save every week, and it would alert you when it was time to make a deposit. If you don't know about this app, I'll drop it in the description box below. So I started thinking about that because I've had people ask me, how do you get started with savings challenges as a beginner? I haven't done one before. What's the best place to start? And that made me think about that, how that was my first savings challenge. So in today's video, I thought it would be a fun video to share how to get started with savings challenges as a beginner and to not overwhelm yourself. Because as I think about that savings challenge I started, I remember I didn't finish it because I started getting hooked on other savings challenges. So in today's video, I want to focus on how to get started with savings challenges as a beginner to not overwhelm yourself to help you reach the goals you're trying to accomplish. So with that being said, you already know what to do. Kick back and relax, grab yourself a snack, and let's get into how to get started with savings challenges as a beginner right now. So if I'm getting ready to start saving challenges as a beginner, the first step that I want to do is I got to create a budget. Now, creating a budget is so important because it's going to help you determine how much money you got coming in, how much money you need to have go out on your fixed expenses, your variable expenses, and it's going to show you how much money you have left over to apply towards the savings challenge that you're wanting to use, okay? So it's very important to understand that you can't just pull numbers out of the air when you're focusing on your savings challenges. You got to look at how much money you're going to have to work with, and that's going to help determine how you can start saving for that savings challenge. So step 2 is now it's time to figure out what it is that you're actually trying to save for. So what you need to do is figure that part out and prioritize it by order of importance. So for example, are you trying to save for a down payment for a house? Are you trying to pay off a credit card? Are you trying to save for your emergency fund? You may have multiple things that you'd like to save for, but it's really going to help you determine in what order you save for it. If you write it down, then you want to write down what the amounts are. So if you're trying to pay off a debt, what's the amount of the debt? If you're trying to save for an emergency fund, what is the amount that you're trying to save for? So you want to make sure you document all of this down, and that's going to help you determine in what order of priority do you want to save for these things so that you can get a savings challenge started with it. For example, for myself, I know that I like to save for Christmas every year, and every year I save $1,800 for Christmas, okay? So I start saving in January all the way through December. I never stop saving, actually. So that means, let me grab my calculator. So that means that $1,800 divided by 12 months, I need to save $150 a month. Okay? Then I get paid bi-weekly. So I need to figure out if I want to take all of that amount out of my first paycheck of the month, or do I want to split it up between my 2 paychecks? So then if I divide that by 2, I know that I need to save at least $75 a paycheck towards my Christmas savings challenge. So it's very important that you document what you're trying to save, how much, how you're going to make it work, and what paychecks it's going to come out of. So again, I can't stress enough that don't just pull random numbers out of the air. Don't just say, I want to save $500 and you don't have a plan on doing it. Just like with everything else, you're going to have to write it down. You're going to have to see how this is going to work with your budget. And then you're going to have to write out a plan of execution, how you plan on getting there. Step number 3, now that you have a budget, now that you've set a goal on what your savings challenge will be for, what the amount is, and how you plan on executing it, now you need savings challenges, right? So how do you go about finding savings challenges? Well, there's a lot of different ways that you can do this. The first way you can do it is you can create your own savings challenges. So think about it. If you're just starting out, you don't have a lot of money to contribute to savings challenges, and you know how to, you're crafty enough where you can create your own savings challenges, by all means do it. Be creative. Remember, this is your budget and you want to do whatever fits your needs. If you can create your own savings challenge to help you get there, then I am a champion of that. Go ahead and do that. The second way you can find savings challenges is by going into Google or YouTube and typing in free savings challenges. There are a lot of free savings challenges out there, but remember the difference between all of the free savings challenges that are out there and creating your own savings challenge, they may not all fit your needs. So they may not fit your needs of what you're trying to save for. Some may be, you may find some freebies that say, save 5,000, save 10,000, save, and that may not be what you're looking for. But I'm sure if you look around, there's a ton of freebies out there that you can find that will help you get started. And the whole point is, as a beginner, you don't want to spend a lot of money on savings challenges because you're just starting. The next place you can find savings challenges, if you do want to invest a little bit of money into it, is there's several shops out there that you can purchase savings challenges from. You can watch different videos. You can watch different budgeters. There's a lot of budgeters, including myself, that sell savings challenges that you can go out there and find one that fits your needs. There's some shop owners that may even have custom savings challenges. So it is totally up to you. But my advice is don't let it overwhelm you. Okay? Remember, because this is the tricky part with savings challenges, and we all fall victim of it. There are not only a ton of savings challenges out there, but there are some beautiful, pretty, just aesthetically pleasing savings challenges that you're going to want to buy them all. And the whole point of this as a beginner is you don't want to fall victim to that. We're not here to overwhelm ourselves and buy a lot of savings challenges because we lose focus on what we were doing in the first place. So step 3 would be just to find the perfect challenge for you, find the perfect balance to help you reach your goals, and then you build from there. Now on to step 4, which is the final step in starting savings challenges as a beginner, is you have to stay consistent. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged, okay? This is why I tied this back to step 1. You got to set a budget, because if you have a budget set, you'll know what numbers you can work with. And then as you're doing your savings challenges, there's no surprises. See, it's very important to remember you don't want to just pull random numbers out if you know that's not within your budget to save that money. So make sure you are consistent. Make sure you stay on top of it, because sometimes it's so easy to get distracted and you forget to pull money out and save for it. If you're serious about saving for whatever it is that you're saving for and you're using savings challenges, make sure you stay consistent. Make sure you complete your challenges before moving on to another one. And then you have that small victory, that small win that makes you feel like, yes, I can do this. And when you start off small and you reach those small victories, it gets you excited to the next level. Maybe I can raise the amount this next time. Maybe I can try a harder challenge. So just like with anything, stay consistent, complete the challenges before you move on to a different challenge if you can. And then make sure that you apply that money that you set out to save for to what it was originally saved for. Okay? So I know, and I can speak from experience, that I've done a lot of savings challenges. And once I save that money, I'm so proud of myself for saving that money that I don't want to give it up. I'm like, oh my God, look how much money I saved. No, remember, you had a purpose, you had a goal. Yes, that's great, you saved that money, but just remember, that means if you saved it the first time, you can save it the next time. Make sure you apply that money you just saved to what the original goal was, and then you move on to the next step. All right, so there you have it. That's my advice on how to get started with savings challenges as a beginner. And if there's any information you'd like to know more about, feel free to drop it in the comment section or send me an email. It's listed in the description box. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember just not to overwhelm yourself. You can do this, and there's no rush. This is not a race. You work at your own pace, okay? And if you guys want to keep hanging out with me, go ahead and click on this box right here. Go ahead and watch this video on how to set up a budget if you're needing help with that. It really is an important step to everything that we do. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.